Please do.
And we're live.
All right. And we're live once again on Twitch. Welcome back, everybody, to Quest and Quill Facing the Frontier. This week, episode 16, Getting Bogged Down. Where we last left off, the party left the hedgehog folk and decided to journey into the mountains with their tracker, heading south towards the swamps. As they journeyed through the mountains, however, they encountered a familiar, if not face, then figure, voice, and had an interesting conversation with someone that I think they wanted to just obliterate. After that, they continued into the mountains and faced off with some giant ape-like creatures that tried to steal Frank and run away with him. They were able to escape these creatures, but upon defeating them and looking around, they find themselves in the mountain pass with their tracker completely gone. Nowhere to be found, and with a passive perception of 15, Saul was not able to see where he is. So here you guys are, in this narrow mountain pass, the wind howling and whistling overhead. How would you like to proceed?
Lula would like to shout out for the guide.
We never got his name, did we?
You did get his name.
We did.
Do you guys remember his name?
Something shoehorn, swift shoe.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember his name, but Frank isn't going to call out to him.
Swift shoe. Swift shoe.
There's no answer. Just the
John
howling of the wind.
John would walk up next to Lula, folding his arms as he begins to feel the cold now that the battle is over. He looks around and he asks Lula, "Do you see him?"
All I see is nothing. I see nothing. I don't know where he is. I don't see any blood.
I'm going to try to do it, like, scramble up to the side of the cliffside. And,
Remember that just like a 15-foot raise, and then it's like another 60 feet after that, right?
Yeah. Like you guys are sort of at the bottom of like a
gully, right?
A gully, a chasm carved through the mountain that this tracker would seem to be leading you through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would do that initial 15 feet and then make an active perception roll. And if I can't see him, I'll go up the additional 60 feet and try again.
Okay, you can make your roll. What does the rest of the party want to do while Saul is scrambling up the side of the hill?
All right.
Lula would like to do an investigation check for any signs of blood. Hedgehog blood.
Please roll your investigation. Saul, what did you get?
I got a 9 on the initial
9.
Roll. Yeah.
You keep scrambling up the hill. I'm seeing nothing, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
The rest of you. Lula.
Lula got an 8. Dear Lord above.
Well, you aren't sure about where he went. There's definitely no blood.
Yeah.
It takes you a minute to look around on the floor, but you can confirm that you don't see any blood, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Frank would like to look around to see if there's any more of those creatures, and he doesn't. Basically, he's trying to make sure he doesn't get grabbed or fucking attacked again.
Frank is still up on the side of like the gully. But yeah, you can look around. Make your roll, please.
Reception?
Yeah. Would the other two like
How
to
much
do
day
anything?
is it?
I think by this point it was about late afternoon, right? You
Okay.
traveled through about the whole day, and it was starting to like cloud over and get late when this happened.
John would ask Aslan to help him search for shelter within the gully up ahead, perhaps. Maybe that's where the tracker might be hiding.
Okay.
I rolled a 19, by the way.
Well, you don't see any more of the creatures. The hillside, as the shadows grow longer in the late afternoon, seems to be more and more dangerous, and you don't notice anything in your immediate vision, but you hear cracks echoing off the hillsides and small rocks rumbling down around you, and the hill is by no means still. The mountain is by no means still, nor is it quiet.
And like these noises are coming from where we're going, or like where we've been.
From where you are, they're echoing all around you, and especially like because of the mountains, the sound may start over there, but it echoes off that hill face, and like
Yeah, I get you.
the whining of the wind seems to cover up some of it, but with your high perception roll, you can still tell that you guys aren't really in the safest spot right now.
Okay. Frank would pick up his his cannon and join the rest of the group, but like climb down a little, and inform and tell them, guys, we should keep moving. It's not safe.
Wait, right you are, Frank. Right you are. I just forgot my hand axe. Hang on. Luna climbs up the 15 high ledge to grab her hand axe. She threw it at the beast.
As Frank says this, John would look upwards as he's watching Saul attempt to climb the chasm cliff face. He's like, all right, well, I guess as soon as Saul's finished with whatever he's trying to do, I think maybe he thinks the swift shoe ran up there. Yeah, find it unlikely.
Let's just take a perception roll there, Soul.
It wasn't good. I would like to make a case for advantage just because it's a more encompassing view, but it's okay.
What was it?
It was I think
10.
it was like it was an even 10.
10, okay.
Yeah.
Well, as you look around, you're not able to notice anybody or anything in your direct vision. You look down the hillside. The gully almost disappears from the higher and higher you go up. But what you do notice is a small trail that seems to lead up the hillside. And while it isn't clear at first, you take a second look and you see that there's definitely like a path that splits between some rocks, and it seems to lead from the gully up to what seems to be some sort of valley, or maybe a glen or something of the like within the huge peaks of the mountain that you guys have now surmounted.
Okay. I would get a good beat on it and then start heading that way while gesturing to the others to follow me.
All right. So I'm sorry. Let me just make sure I understand this. So you're gonna stay up the top of the ridge, and you're gonna like walk in a certain direction, and you're telling us to follow you in that same direction,
Yeah,
just down within the chasm.
My understanding is that the pathway is not at the top; it's further down, right?
It starts from the gully that you guys are in, but it continues up the opposite hillside from where you are.
Right. So I'm gonna head down towards you guys while keeping a bead on what I saw, and then motion for you guys to follow me.
Okay.
So
We'll
I
do so.
can lead you to it.
Okay.
Where are we going?
He's
Saul
gonna
seems to see something up ahead.
put his finger to his lips.
Shh.
Oh, okay. I think he wants us to be quiet.
You got it.
Oh, I thought he was pointing up. I mean, I thought he was pointing up.
No, this is a gesture to be quiet. This
I
is
would-
what that means.
I would try to walk about 25 feet ahead of them and like stealth, like sort of, and just kind of stealthily move. So if I see anything, I can
Please roll your stealth. The rest of
Yeah.
you, if you would like to move stealthily, also please roll your stealth.
All right, I'll do
Sure
that.
thing.
man, this
You're-
is not a good day for rolls, y'all.
Get the bad ones all out now. Let's hope that
Yeah.
they don't come later.
So
As you guys make your okay, that's
Not me, I got a nat
stealthy.
20.
Beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful.
Got a dirty
As-
21.
As you guys make your way along the side of the gully, marching through, and Saul leads you, he's able to take you through the little winds and bends better than you would have seen them otherwise, just being at the bottom. And once you arrive at the point, Saul, you notice that there seems to be literally a split in the rock. It seems as if a boulder is like completely just in half. And the path that you see going up the hill, that you vaguely see going up the hillside, seems to originate from this split rock.
Okay. Can I take a good look around, see if there's any sign of a little hedgehog passing through here?
I mean, if anybody wants to track him, a survival check is how you track. I think Aslan knows how to hunt. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, I got a 15.
John doesn't know anything about tracking.
Aslan got a 17.
Okay. Now that you arrive at this little thing, both of you are able to notice that, well, the tracker was clearly trying to hide his path to not be followed. At this point, he left what experienced trackers and wilderness people know as bushmark, where he literally stepped in the ground to indicate his direction, so that if anybody was able to follow him and was looking to try and stay in his direction, they could see where he was going. Both of you are able to notice this.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll point at it and then point back up the trail in the direction it goes to and proceed.
You guys make your way up this trail, following Saul, and it leads through winding rocks and jagged stones, and sometimes the gravel slides beneath your feet. And as you make your way through this winding path, the sun sets lower and lower and lower and lower, and the sky starts to turn to those vague oranges and pink hues of sunset. And finally, you make your way to what appears to be a flat opening amongst the mountains. The peaks around you just seem to rise, but in this little valley, there are a set of standing stones, all in a circle, 13, and they seem to, two or three of them have fallen. They're a bit old, weathered. They're not like they're fresh rocks. These are some sort of historic site. They're old and moldy, and as you come into this valley and look through the standing stones, the setting sun seems to perfectly cast a ray and illuminate this valley. And all of you, for just a second, after this high tension and this grueling trek, feel just a moment of peace. You breathe in the mountain air. It's fresh and clean. For whatever reason, feels like it's okay now.
All right.
Well, this look as good a spot as any other. What do you think, Saul? Shall we camp here for the night?
He nods and gets his little grill out and starts setting camp.
And Lula whips out of her healing kit and says, "All right, who needs a healing? Anyone?"
I'm okay. I just got a little scrape on my on my arm, but I think I'll be fine with the rest. That
All right.
creature threw a rock at me. Didn't feel nice, but I'll live.
That's good. That's good. Anyone else need any healing?
Frank, you got grabbed. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. A little muscle ache, but it didn't manage to hurt me.
Okay. All right. Luda proceeds to put it away and watch Soul cook. No, help Soul cook. Yeah.
And as you guys light the fire and start to cook, Saul hears, "Hey, Joe," and you hear the beast folk tracker, this hedgehog man, Mr. Swiftshoe, whispering and gesturing you over, and he seems to still be taking cover.
Saul looks around and like stops pouring like dried beans into the pot and like looks over at him. He shakes his head and walks up
Oh.
to him, crouches down.
Swiftshoe, is that you? Come on over here. He's making flapjacks.
Shh.
Flapjacks?
This place is sacred.
We can all hear
Yeah,
this,
but
right?
so is a man's stomach. It's time for dinner.
No. Campsite, but shh.
But he already started the fire, though. Do we really have to? We're tired.
He looks at all of you. He says, "Good night," and slips away.
Oh, that's an answer.
That might not have been the smartest decision.
Well, Saul glances.
I mean, that's a
over at
relief.
John.
We don't really believe in this beast folk juju, right?
Hey, look. Not really, but you know there's some crazy things around, and maybe we shouldn't at least cook around here. We got
I
rations.
would just like.
He said
I would
he
just.
said sacred. That's some religious mumbo jumbo.
Just to interject here, before we continue, Aslan and Saul would both know that the beast folk don't worship stones. The ancestors and the gods that they worship are in the sky and in the trees and in living things. Dead rocks, not part of their due.
Can I examine the rocks more closely? Try to figure out if they match up with like a constellation or anything like that.
You have proficiency in religion, right?
I should. I do.
I think you do. Yes, please make your roll.
No, okay, John.
It's a 19.
Let them continue.
John. It may be religious mumbo jumbo, but you know these stones could mean something to them. Maybe we shouldn't be here.
Yeah, you know what else means something to us? When a
What?
fight happens, you help your friends. You don't just run away. Why should we respect his traditions now? He wouldn't even stick around when we were in danger.
Frank snickers at this comment from John as he sips some of his flask.
Okay, you got a point there, but he understood his worth in the battle, to say the least. And yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect him to fight, but at least don't abandon us. What if we couldn't find our way through the mountain and Saul hadn't found this passage? He would have just left us behind. I'm sure he would have been
Okay.
perfectly fine with that.
all right, okay, fine, you got a point there. But this may not be his mumbo jumbo. It could be someone else's mumbo jumbo. There's a lot of beast folk around here, like in the world. Ain't that right, Aslan?
It's true. Spirits of Earth Mother. He rubs up a stone on the ground. Much power.
Yeah. I don't know what any of that means, but yeah.
So Saul, with a 19, examining these stones, understands that they are part of the lunar solar calendar, a stone for every month, and they seem to be lined up to align with the equinoxes as the year does. And the closer you look, the more you notice that the carving and the runes seem Strangely, like
My
something
Discord
you've
froze.
seen
Did the
before.
internet go out?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
You just
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And as you look closer, you recognize the symbols. Well, not necessarily a runic script, more like a like a what's the other one, like a hieroglyph, a pictograph, a pictograph,
Okay.
and you
Yeah.
recognize it to be of giant origin.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna. I guess what you know are giants like a thing that like exists.
Oh yes, very much so.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna do a sharp turn and like kick dust onto the fire
You found something, Saul?
and start collecting his things.
What?
He nods furiously and points down the path.
Can I say that John had like a plate of food and he was
Yes,
he was eating it, and then all of a sudden Saul just grabs it out of his hands, and John's just like, "What the hell?"
Well, if Soul is that concerned, I think we should move.
Ah.
You can see Frank just packing up his stuff, and then as he's doing this, you can just hear him go, "Man, it'd be useful if you could tell us what's going on."
Yeah,
He's just
John
grabbing his
folds his
stuff and walking
arms,
away.
and he just sulks. He doesn't really have anything to pack because he didn't really bring any camping gear with him, so he just follows Saul with a frown and silence.
Saul is going to attempt to follow the path of our little hedgehog friend.
You're able to make it down, and honestly, not far from where you guys are. You find a small cave where he is camped inside, and he's made another one of these small smokeless fires, and seems to be sitting there, roasting some sort of root vegetable over it. And he looks at you and he goes,
Whatever.
Saul's
I
gonna
don't
settle
understand
back
what's going
in.
on.
He's gonna take out his slate and just write giants. And
Giant
just
what?
he's gonna just underline the S in giants.
Can I do a history
Those
check
are real?
to like recall information about the giants?
yeah, go ahead.
Apparently so, John.
Those are just stories that they tell to scare people away from
I mean-
colonizing the mountains.
I mean,
I
there
rolled
is
an
some
11.
truth to every story. So,
Nah, you can't believe everything people tell you.
I mean, it keeps the world interesting. But yeah,
True, that's true.
Okay, you made your history roll.
Yeah, an 11.
11. They exist in the pages of history. They aren't something that's thought to be a myth. Giant kin live and work amongst people, and you met Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill is a Goliath. He is of giant kin.
Okay. So seeing Saul write giants, you would Frank would look at him and be like, "What about the giants? They're just a race of people, right?"
He nods.
Why did we have to rush out of that site to because of giants? I'm a little confused, Saul.
Oh, I think I know why. He said it was sacred. I guess it's sacred to giant people, if they exist.
hmm.
Hmm.
Saul
Of course
nods.
they exist, John. We've met one of them.
Did we? Who?
Yeah. The hill.
Oh,
kind of small for a giant, in my opinion.
yeah, he wasn't that big. I've seen bigger.
Hey guys, he has a great personality.
Are all giants, bald?
It's a choice that some of them make.
Whatever you say.
What did the giants that attacked us look like?
Uh,
They weren't giants. They were like giant baboons with tusks
Ah,
and white fur.
how giant?
Big enough to
Giant
pick up
enough to,
Frank.
yeah, big enough to pick
yeah.
up Frank with one hand.
Yeah.
They're more than 10 feet tall. They're big
They're
boys.
basically basically baboon King Kongs.
Oh.
A
Yeah.
little bit smaller, but yeah.
I
Like
don't think they were
King
giants
Kong's
though, right? Because
size
usually
has been
giants look
cut.
like people. Look more like beasts.
Mm.
Hmm.
Giants are still humanoids. The thing,
Are you saying this as Frank or as Yessa?
Did John
Like
just
a-
was that comment that Kyle just made in, as John?
No.
Okay, I thought it was. Being indignant. Well, they look more like beasts. Are giants even real? That wasn't a giant. City boys.
City boys.
You guys sit making these jokes and discussing what would happen. And as you do, Mr. Swiftshoe pulls himself into his cloak, settles into the corner, and says a single word. He says 2 words. Before dawn. Before going to sleep.
okay, good night.
Alright.
I think Saul is going to uncharacteristically go down for a nap right away.
What about the food?
He just threw some beans in a bowl. Like it's he did not put his heart into it tonight.
Dibs.
John looks at the beans and he says, I'm not that hungry. And then he walks over to the cave entrance and posts up against the wall to keep watch for the moment at least.
I'm gonna step away just for a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. Frank is gonna walk over to Aslan and say, "Hey, big guy, you can I see that javelin of yours?"
Sure. He takes out the javelin from behind his back and hands it to Frank.
Frank will take that and be like, I think I can do something with this. Would you mind leaving it with me for the evening, and you can have it back in the morning improved?
Okay.
All right. And Frank will also will start working on the javelin and half taking watch.
Oh, okay. Lula seeing Frank, doing his thing, she's going to assume that he's going to be taking watch and boop, pass out.
All right.
As the first person takes watch, you guys drift off into sleep and think on the day's last experience, on what you saw within the tunnels, on... Oh, I don't want to have to repeat this. Okay. Oh well.
You don't
And
have to.
well, man's not yet anyway.
Mm.
And while you dwell on your journeys and experiences, something taps at your dreams in the night. And while you sleep, and the images of pyramids and this blue mirror and lightning, strange tentacled figure that you saw, it seems as if the tentacles enter your mind. As you lay there, your sleep is disturbed, and you yell out, and whoever's on watch can see people twisting and turning, but
Yeah.
none of you wake.
John, noticing this, you like to cast detect thoughts and try and discover the origin of this intrusion, this psychic intrusion.
Okay, perfect. Well, John, were you the only one on watch?
No, Frank was on the watch on the first watch as well.
Frank was it. Okay, Frank was the other one. Sorry, I got a little confused. John, as you enter into whose mind? Lula's, Saul's,
Aslan.
Aslan's. It's like, wow, it's really empty in here.
I think John would target Aslan because there's probably less clutter.
You walk through wide, empty forests as you enter Aslan's mind. Aslan, would you like to describe what the inside of your brain is like?
I would say it's probably kitties prowling through metals, and it looks very pretty. Just butterflies everywhere, and it kind of looks like the perfect bosque, I guess I would say. And he's just strolling through there, and I'm guessing, as you said, tentacles are probably creeping into the metals and making it a bit uglier and darker.
Yeah, and you noticed Aslan. He seems to be, walking, frolicking along. But every once in a while, there's a nervous twitch as he looks behind him, and as he does, one of these beautiful trees in these meadows just seems to be wrapped with another tentacle. The life force is drained for it, and it turns dark and withers. And this seems to be happening all around. And as it happens all around, you notice John, as you try and approach Aslan and get closer towards him to see where he's walking to, you look down and the ground seems to be engulfed in these tentacles as they slowly reach an inch and try and engulf the whole thing. How do you proceed?
Give me one moment here.
Frank, being the other one awake, you watch the others and notice that there's nervous twitching amongst them. And then you see John just sort of, and his eyes flutter and shut. It's as if he's not there. What would you like to do?
Frank will notice this still busy with the javelin, raise an eyebrow, and just kind of look at this and say, John, you good?
Frank would just see it, John just like standing above Aslan's prone body, and I guess his glasses would be off, and he'd be holding his glasses in his hands as he looks down to Aslan with a mouth wide open, just in a trance. His eyes shimmering a soft green, and he's just standing there in a stupor. And he wouldn't answer.
John.
He wouldn't answer when he calls him. And then within Aslan's mind, John would run over towards Aslan, his legs feeling heavy. And I imagine he would there would be like a tentacle, popping out from the ground within the meadow. And he would grab hold of it as it's like next to Aslan, and he begins like tugging on it, struggling against it. And then he begins to like try and pull it out of the earth to see where it comes from. And all of a sudden, he begins to chant in an alien tongue as he casts a phantasmal force. And a green fire sprouts from his hands from the point of contact with the tentacle, and it just begins to burn it and begins to trail along its entrails or along its length. And I guess you might have to roll an intelligence save, someone perhaps. DC 15.
9. So that's definitely a fail.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's a 1d6 psychic damage per turn.
Oh, per turn? Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
You can roll your damage. As you do, and this green flame engulfs the tentacle, instead of reacting and pulling away, it seems to almost embrace you. And as you reach out to grab it, it holds your hand back and seems to slowly like wrap around you, almost friendly. Frank, John's not reacting. There's nothing. But you do hear a familiar voice. Say, Frank, I'm out here.
Where's this voice coming from?
Outside the cave. seems to echo from the darkness outside. It says, Frank! Frank, come over here!
I'm assuming. I'm assuming I know who this specific person is, right?
The voice is the voice of your dead husband, Felix.
Yep. Yeah. Frank will immediately go over there and investigate it.
As you go outside,
He ignore the rest of the party. It just walks straight to this voice.
as you go outside, in the darkness, there's nothing. But you hear the voice again. Frank! Here in the stones! I've found something!
Frank will go over to the stones or wherever. You will keep following wherever this voice is.
As you arrive back into the little bit of the open valley, in the center of the stones, you see a figure standing. It's such a familiar figure. You miss that figure so much.
Frank will immediately run up to this figure and just like hug it.
Okay.
My heart.
John and Aslan, who now turns to notice John in his dream, as this tentacle just slowly slides its way up your arm, and another one starts to slide on your leg, and another one seems to paw its way up Aslan's leg.
He'll try to fight against. He'll try to break free of the tentacles.
I need to strength save, athletics or acrobatics, please.
It's a 20.
With advantage, I rolled 2 10s, so you're able to pull away and slap the tentacle aside, but it now seems that most of the trees are engulfed in these tentacles. The sky in your beautiful dream seems to darken, and the floor just ever engulfing. These tentacles slimy, slithering across the ground.
And you said I noticed John?
It's wrapped around John. John, what would you like to do?
So John would be struggling with this tentacle that's trying to make love to him, and he begins shouting, Aslan, you have to resist! Fight it! Fight it! And then he, speaks the words in an alien tongue, and then flames erupt from the tentacle that's holding him, and he begins to burn it with a green fire.
It again doesn't react to this green fire. It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, okay.
Recall at all. Instead, it seems to continue just engulfing you. And it's not a violent attack. It's not grabbing you or
Tensing up.
snatching at you. It's just slowly wrapping itself around you like a warm embrace.
All right.
Fallen
In that
Lula.
case,
Sorry.
can you break away from it?
Yeah, athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
Can I
Fallen
force myself
Lula.
to wake up?
11.
11. Okay. You're not able to get away.
Okay. I'll let you do a little listening.
Lula and Soul, your dreams are similarly troubled. Of the pyramids you've seen, of the broken mirror, the electricity, space, tentacles, darkness. And in your dreams, the tentacles start to creep in as well. And as they slowly engulf your mind. Can each of you please make a wisdom saving throw? Frank.
On as well?
No, just Soul and Lila.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I got
gotta see
that
this.
one.
Oh my god. Oh my
Beautiful.
god.
It's all going to plan, boys. Frank, as you hug this figure, there's nothing in your arms. And then you look around, and there's nothing around you. The stones are gone, the valley's gone, the blackness is engulfing, and it's suffocating, it's intoxicating. And you drift for what seemed like minutes, hours, eons. And we'll get back to the others.
Frank would fall to his knees and cry.
Oh
My
man.
heart. My heart.
Mm-hmm.
Aslan and John, you're fighting, trying to resist. Aslan, you see that John can't get away from the tentacles that you've just been able to pull yourself free from.
And Aslan will try to pinch himself.
Am I dreaming?
Make a wisdom saving throw, please. John, the tentacles wrap ever further around you. You're unable to escape now. You're unable to move your arms. You're now restrained. Sorry, not what's the
14.
Yeah,
Right.
restrained.
yeah, restrained, right?
Or is it just grappled?
Hmm?
Because he
No,
was
you're
already
restrained.
grappled.
He was already grappled. Now he's restrained. That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you are now restrained, and as you do, the tentacles slide up your face, around your throat, around your hair, grabbing, engulfing your hair, as they seem to wrap around your whole body, knots and coloring your eyes and your mouth. Would you like to do or say anything before it completely engulfs you?
Yeah.
He would try to knock him away with this telekinesis in an outwards blast.
Okay.
With his bonus action.
Okay.
So it's a strength check, DC 15.
DC 15.
Yeah,
Or
or strength save.
so 12 plus. 1 second. I think that might be 14. I just have to double check. It has a +3.
Okay.
Sorry, 15. Meets a pizza.
So as I would see John contort in a struggle and then scream out "Ah!" as he tries to repulse the tentacles, and as he's becoming overcome by them, as he fails to break himself free, he would shout out, "Who are you?" And then he tries to target the tentacles themselves with detect thoughts to see if he can discover the identity of who's doing this.
As the tentacles wrap around you and engulf you, and you're completely taken by the black, you cast detect thoughts. And then suddenly, you're in a very familiar place. Would you like to describe the inside of your own mind, please?
Well, I guess it would be Tenton. I mean, I'm sorry, not Tenton. Baygate. It'd be a starry night, and John would be laying on the rooftop of his own home, looking towards the skies, as the lights around him tinkle softly, or twinkle, I mean, and the streets are quiet, and he seems to be all alone,
And
despite being in a city full of life.
and as you're there, it's comfortable. The light, the stars seem to just doof, 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 disappear one by one. And so does the city around you, as it just comes in, and finally you're engulfed in complete black, suffocating, all-encompassing. I think you can decide if something winks at you or not. But you are now surrounded by this blackness with yourself. The other two, what are your wisdom saving throws?
14.
4 and a 7.
4 and a 7. As you guys dream.
Aslan's it's 14, yeah.
Okay, Aslan, good. As you guys dream and try and sleep peacefully, these tentacles enter the corners of your mind, slither through the holes of your dreams, until finally the same thing happens to you. They slowly pull themselves around your hands and your feet and your extremities, making their way up your body, wrapping around your throat, grabbing you tightly. And then you're taken by the black. Aslan, being the last to fight it off, 14, doesn't actually make it. And your whole dreamscape starts to turn black as the trees are pulled down by these tentacles and just crumble, and everything seems to fall away as the ground itself and this beautiful meadow just falls, the light in the sky turns to complete darkness, and then suddenly you're in the void. You're not falling, but neither are you standing. You seem to be floating as if in a pool of water, alone with yourself. And as all of you, in this void, lie alone with yourselves, you feel something. You can't quite place it. It's there with you. It's not a familiar presence, but it's not alien or strange either. It's as though your consciousness is your own, but there's something watching it. And as you float, you'll gain insights into yourself. And this explains your level up. And as you wake, the darkness around you seems to lighten and brighten, turn grey, almost mist, and then like a white flash, your eyes flutter open, you look around you, and all of you lie within the center of the circle of stones, confused about what happened the night before.
John wakes up screaming, "Ah!" And then he quickly sits up from his position and looks around all alarmed and confused. He notices his glasses in his hands and he puts them on shakingly. What's happening? What are we doing here?
We didn't sleep here last night.
Oh, I think we were attacked. Something invaded your minds. I heard you shouting in your sleep, and I delved deep, too deep.
Wait, John, what? Invade? No, just nothing invade our minds. Just what are you talking about, John?
Tentacles, darkness, all
When-
around. Avoid an ending.
When did we sleep? I don't remember going to sleep at all.
Wait a minute, John. Wait a minute. Wait.
Would
You
it be
had tentacles too?
conceivable
I was like,
for
can't
Sorry.
sleep. Too dangerous.
would it be conceivable for Saul to already be awake?
You all wake up seemingly in the
same
same
time.
moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
As
right.
if stirred awake by something.
Right. He's gonna look to the hedgehog. Does the hedgehog look like or Swift Shoe? That's his name, right?
He's
Does
not
he look?
with you.
He left. Okay. I'm gonna
He's
walk.
not there.
He's not in the circle of stones with you.
Oh, we're in the circle of stones. I did not catch that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's when you guys woke up. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I did
Alright.
say
Yeah,
that.
no, you said that. You said that.
Do we
Yeah.
have all
Um,
our
I'm
things
sure you did.
with
I just
us?
missed it.
You seem to
gonna-
have everything that you went to sleep with.
Okay. Saul's gonna start marching towards back to
So
the
wait,
cave.
wait, does that mean that Frank wakes up with Aslan's javelin?
Frank, you wake up with the things that you walked into the darkness with.
Ah, I see.
the javelin. Yeah. So you have it, right?
No, you dropped
No,
the javelin.
I left it
Yeah.
in the cave. So where is the javelin
Okay.
now? Is it in Aslan's possession or is it?
It's in the cave.
It's in the cave. Oh, okay.
Well, that's where you'd presume it is, because that's the last place you saw it, right?
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
If I don't see it on Aslan, yeah, then I would presume it's there. Okay. Frank would start walking back towards the cave then.
Aslan would pat John's back and he would comfort him. It's okay. Let's go get our things.
As Aslan pats his back, it seems that John notices him for the first time, and he looks up to him. He's like, "Aslan, you're okay." And then he goes and like hugs him around the waist, looking
No.
small in his arms. And then he says, "Oh gosh, you got away. Those tentacles. I tried helping you, Aslan. I really did, but I couldn't fight it. It was too strong."
It's okay. Nothing can hurt Aslan. Too strong. Don't worry about me. And then he'll pause for a little bit and say, "Friend." And he'll smile as he says it. Like
You just see like
you-
a little cartoon hearts right as he smiles, like right next to his face.
you can tell that the smile is very genuine and innocent. And he probably hasn't said this before to anyone.
Oh my
So
God.
it's morning right now, right? Like it's the
It's dawn. The sun is just rising. And as it's rising into the circle of stones, you guys notice that it seems to glide directly over one of the stone through a gap in the stones and illuminate all of you.
Wait, what is illuminating us?
The rising sun seems to
Oh,
come
okay.
through a gap in the mountains and then a gap in the stones, and it seems the warmth of the sun, a single ray, like through the mountains, through the gaps in the stones, and seems to directly be sitting on the party.
apart from Frank because he went to the cave.
Well, Frank and Saul have now gotten up and marched off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a nice view, nice sight.
Nothing nice
As-
about all of this.
Well, we're still alive, so that's nice.
Yeah, but something is invading our minds. Can't you tell?
Well, you're right, but I'm awake, so I see no problems. We gotta catch up with the other guys.
You have to be careful. Can't trust anyone.
Yeah, I trust you, so I think
Well,
I'm
I
good.
mean, yes, I mean anyone besides ourselves. Perhaps our
There you go.
employer.
That makes sense. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Saul, as you arrive at the entrance of the small cave where you guys spent the night, you notice Mr. Swiftshoe crouched at the entranceway, his shoulder pressed against the stone, and his dagger in his hand, in his hands, which seemed to be shaking.
Alright. He's gonna crouch down next to him, and he's gonna speak in beast folk. Ask him what happened.
Wait, isn't Frank here as well because he also went there? Does
Yeah.
that mean Frank? So
Frank comes in about 2 seconds after thing asks what happened. What is Frank doing? He sees the whole interaction going down.
Yeah. I'm just more. I want to know what Frank hears from Saul, whether or not he hears him speak.
This is gonna be his. It's gonna be like his kind of weathered, gravelly voice, but speaking in like broken beast folk. So I don't know what that would sound like. So please don't make me do it.
Swahili. But please, you don't have to do it because we've all had enough of Hollywood Swahili. You hear
Okay.
this beast folk stutter out 3 words. Uchawi. Mungu. Mungu. And he says simply, black magic. Oh God. Gods. And then he seems to swiftly gather up his things and say, we move. In
Okay.
common.
Okay.
All right.
So Frank noticed, or like hearing this conversation going on, Saul will notice that Frank has like kind of a surprised look as he sees Saul speaking for the first time. But Frank doesn't understand a word he's saying, so he goes into the cave and would presumably go search for the javelin. See if he can find it.
As you walk into the cave, you look for the small little workspace that you made yourself the night before. And while your tools that you were using seem to be laid in exactly the same arrangement that you left them, the javelin is complete.
Hmm.
Saul is gathering everything. He's getting everything gathered up.
Don't forget the George Foreman.
Yep. The George Foreman
Yeah.
grill is getting tossed into his backpack.
Very important.
If he sees like blankets that belong to Lula or whoever, he is gathering that up too. Since no one else seems to have followed, he's getting everything and he's getting out of there as fast as he is able.
All right.
Frank sees Saul snatching everything.
Frank will have a confused look when he looks at the javelin that's been finished, but he puts it away and grabs the rest of his stuff and waits for the others to join as he notices that Saul is eager to leave.
Mhm. And in fact, if people don't come in by the time he's done, he is leaving. And he's heading back to the stone circle to get everybody.
I think it's safe to assume we eventually followed you guys.
Yeah, with all the packing Saul has to do, I'm sure you guys can make
Oh,
it there in
absolutely.
time.
Mhm.
Yeah. So John would arrive like a minute after they do and see them packing up. He doesn't have much to gather himself, so he just waits until they're finished and heads out. And then at least for the moment, John he looks very tired and shaken and stressed, and he just keeps to himself in silence. He's clearly got a lot on his mind right now.
So I guess we didn't get a long rest.
As you guys start marching and following Mr. Swiftshoe
That's a
down
no.
the trails, you notice that while your heads seem a bit cloudy and your thoughts not so clear from the night before, you feel completely rested. In fact, you feel good. In fact, something inside you makes traveling a little bit easier and your feet move a little bit swifter over the ground.
Mhm.
You seem a little bit reinvigorated.
So we do get a long rest.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Had to make sure before I click that button, you know?
Yeah, you get the 3 seconds to confirm at least.
All right. So
What are we
as
long rests for? We don't need long rests.
oh, shut up, man. So
The
as
warlock and the monk.
as
Yeah,
as the rest of the party joins them, Frank will walk over to Aslan and say, I think it's finished. I've improved upon it. It should be a little bit stronger now, and you can also do well. You can do this." And he throws it seemingly randomly at a wall, and after he throws it, it kind of goes to where he threw it, falls onto the floor, and then Frank raises his hand, and it just flies back into his hand.
New style.
As he hands it over to Aslan and says, "That should be more helpful, right? Easier to not lose it from now on."
Whoa! He'll grab the javelin and immediately, as soon as he grabs it, he'll throw it as far as he can into the forest.
The javelin just like, oh fuck! I turned on crisp, so you can't hear any of my noises now. It just down the hill and just disappears down the mountainside. Like, and you guys hear for a second like cling 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 cling, and then a second later just hits Aslan's hand.
Thanks,
Holy-
Frank.
You're welcome.
What was that?
He puts it on his back.
Cool.
Oh man.
All right. So Diego, for you to keep in mind, it will return to your hand immediately after making a ranged attack with it, and it also has a +1 bonus to attack and damage.
Does it count as magical damage or is it still just a regular?
No, it's a
That's a good
+1
question.
weapon.
Yeah, that's about as magical as it gets, man.
Yeah, that's what I was double checking, right? Yeah.
It says this magic weapon grants a +1.
Perfect. Yeah. Exactly. That's all the words I was looking for, guys. That's all I
Yep.
need.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
double checking it for you.
Just so
Thank
you
you.
know, my hands are magical now, and so are my weapons.
What?
Yep.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Yeah,
He's getting
that's
the pimp
Level
hand.
6 monk.
The
Level 6
magical
monk.
pimp hand. You guys make your way down the mountain, and with a little bit of spring in your stride, Swiftshoe is able to lead you, and you finally break out of these small little gullies that you've been walking through, and it seems you finally see the valley below you. Before you, the mountains stretch downwards and continue to the west, and below you, the great greasy green delta swamp with its green river flowing in its center like a twisted snake. And the swamp seems to climb its way up the mountains with a mist, like a boggy fog hanging over it in the air. And while you make your way down, Mr. Swiftshoe tells you to be very cautious. And then you notice him be stealthy. He gets a 3. He's not being very stealthy.
I'm gonna try to be stealthy too.
And he marches you into the swamp.
That's a 25.
Good job. Bringing the average up. Would everybody like to be stealthy?
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, come on.
Ching, 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 ching. And as you do, you arrive at what appears to be a series of waterways. And I don't know, Kyle, you live in Florida. You ever been in the bayou? Like in those like nice stretches of water where you get those crazy Cajuns with their fan boats?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. There are overhanging trees dangling, roots and vines across the floor, trees broken, the sunlight almost completely covered out by the leaves, and this greasy, green, muggy, hot, humid swamp seems to just engulf you all, encircling and surrounding you. And as you make your way in these waterways, you find your ways. Yeah, it's like Louisiana. I don't be by that, but buy you in Louisiana, and it'll just like this, you know. And as you guys make your way through these things, you notice a series of trees. And Swiftshoe seems to stop for a second and look around, but not noticing anything. He seems to just be like, with 15 passive perception, Soul, you feel like you're being watched.
Okay.
I think
gonna-
there's something there, but you have.
I'm gonna take that passive perception and make it an active perception.
Wait.
This man always feels like he's being watched.
Trying to figure out
Yeah.
what's going on here. What is what?
Like, I'm glad my
Okay.
passive perception isn't that high. I'd be a lot more paranoid.
19. Yeah, he's a paranoid man.
19.
Yep.
You see something in the tree.
Oh my god.
And then you see something else in the bush. It's like just a little
Vietnam.
face. And oh yeah. You see a pair of black eyes staring at you. And if you don't want to do anything, something's gonna happen.
Well, what is it? I'm not. Is it
It's
just someone looking at me in the trees?
it's a strangely flat face. It's green, with a long, wide mouth, and two shiny black eyes. And as you look at them, you hear ribbit, ribbit,
Oh yeah. No,
ribbit, ribbit. As you do, and craziness erupts from the bushes around you, arrows from every direction. And we'll take a break.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
All
You're
right.
saying that
Yeah.
We're live.
And we're ready to go. Where we last left off, the party were trudging through muddy, mucky swamps. And as their damp feet trudged and through the mud, Saul noticed something, and he looked into the tree to their north to see a green face with a wide smile and two black, shiny eyes blinking at him. And before he could speak, in his moment of hesitation, there was a cry of "Ribbit, ribbit," and then madness as arrows just fly all around you.
It's terrible.
And you guys notice that there is another one of these creatures on the rock to the side of you. There's more in the tree above you. At least 3 of them. There's at least 3 of them in the tree to the side of you. There's what seems like another one standing up ahead of you, just seeming to gloat and shout. On the edge of a rock as he stands there, wielding a stick that has a skull on its a small humanoid skull on its end, going.
Great.
And as they do, I'm going to need swift screw. Okay. All misses except on Saul.
Oh, make my day, buddy.
Sorry, homie. You know it doesn't make me feel good.
No. He does not mind.
I don't mind.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Okay, so one of
Chose
them
the
with
wrong dude.
one of them with his short bow just doing 2 plus 3, I think. 2 plus 3, yeah, doing 5 damage.
Oh, buddy, that's not even close to enough. I don't even have to roll. I just catch it, man.
Okay,
And I'm gonna throw it back at him.
okay, it's the one in the middle.
Yeah, I just lob it right back at him.
Okay, make your attack, please.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Oh, that's a nat 1. That sucks.
Oh.
That one, that definitely
Yeah.
misses.
Yeah. Why did I spend my key point on that?
Didn't you wish you were a halfling?
Why did I do that?
It's still worth it.
Yeah, it was so good. I'm sure.
It's literally the
Whizzes
same
right
as
by his
doing a
head, it
flurry of
scares
blows,
him.
right? A flurry of blows gives you 1 extra attack.
Yeah,
So-
it's all good.
Doesn't it also
Oh,
doesn't
dude.
stunning strike also cost 1 key point?
Yeah, but we're not
Basically
gonna-
everything costs 1 key point.
We're not gonna talk about that right now.
Yeah, no.
All right. Cool. Was that their turn? Was that their surprise round?
Yeah, that was effectively a surprise round.
Okay, so-
You notice that another one of them seem actually no, that would happen on his turn, but you would notice him step out. From the bush in front of you, you see a single one. He seems to be more orange than the others, and he sort of pulls himself out of these bushes, using some sort of shamanistic magic to make them like pull away from him as he makes himself clear. And he raises his what seems to be another staff into the air, and he starts chanting some magical words.
Shit.
Okay.
You guys' turn, Saul. You're up.
Okay, so he hasn't finished yet, right?
No. That's the end of their surprise round. They will now go in initiative order.
All right, well, it's my turn, I think.
Yep, you start.
Okay. So, I see that guy. I don't like that. So, I'm going to move up. I'm going to run over here
Mm-hmm.
and
May I please
I
have a
will-
dexterity saving throw? As you run across the ground and you notice something sticky plop to your feet.
Oh, he actually
and this
he
green
cast-
substance.
Did he actually cast the spell, I guess?
Oh no, he hasn't cast a spell. It's just whatever green slimy stuff this is on the ground
Gotcha.
seems to catch your feet as you try and run.
I rolled
Stops
a
you
9.
about here.
I rolled a 9, my dude.
You're stopped dead in your tracks as the stuff sticks to your feet, and you're unable to move anywhere.
You know what? That's fine because I own a gun.
Don't mess with Texas.
Yeah, that's just fine. I'm gonna unsling my rifle
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to take 2 shots at him with my rifle, and I'm going to be using my bonus action
Mm-hmm.
to do a Kinsei or a Kinsei shot.
Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I forgot a pencil.
That's fine.
By the way, you get as a monk, you get advantage on your dex saves, Saul. You're a monk.
What? No, does he?
Well, I don't think that's true.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, monk.
That's
I'm looking at it right
barbarians
now.
that have. Oh,
Monk
do you have
proficiency,
danger sense?
saving throws, dexterity, and strength.
Yeah, but that's proficiency.
That's just
not
proficiency.
advantage. Yeah, that's not
It's not
advantage.
advantage.
All right, it's proficiency. Never mind, I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
Diego has that. Like, if he can see it, he can get advantage in his dex save from danger
Yeah, no,
sense.
you're right. It's
Facts.
proficiency, it's not thing. Never mind.
17. Does a 17 hit? Did he leave?
He
Does he
left,
leave?
yes.
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit?
17 hits, yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay.
Bruh,
So-
I just like imagine all the dice rolling right now.
Yeah, it's okay. I had to roll a lot. Okay, let's see here. So that's 16 damage on the second attack
Okay.
and 17 damage on the first attack, and that's on the
On the
that's
orange
on
one.
our little orange friend there.
Nice. Good hit. He looks really hurt.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
All right. Frank is going to deploy his little cannon once again.
Go for it.
And he'll make it the flamethrower. So, do you have the token?
Yes, sir. Which one have we been using? This one. Where would you like it?
So I will put it down here. Let me see. These guys are. So, is there a
They're in that
feasible way?
tree, but they're also about 10 feet up in the tree.
What does the tree look like?
Like a twisted, hanging swamp tree, homie.
How burnable is it? Is the question.
Looks pretty damp.
All right, I figured. All right, so he'll put him right here and then blast the closest guy with the flamethrower.
Good to know.
Dex 14.
Mhm.
So it's just the one?
Yeah, you can't hit the other one.
Okay. Natural 19. Sorry.
Rolled a 7, so he takes 3 damage, fire damage.
3 fire damage.
Yep.
There's a loud squeal.
As Frank just tries to burn the tree down. That's my turn.
Only you can cause forest fires.
Asa will look at the red toad next to him. It's
Oh,
on top
shit.
of the rock.
Yep. And it seems to be standing there. It has some beads around its neck, and it holds what seems to be a bone dagger in its hand, and it's shouting angrily at you like,
Of course.
Okay. Asan will run towards him while he draws his 2 battle axes from his back.
okay.
Does he make it there?
So here's the thing. It's 30 feet. The water is difficult terrain. You can make it.
He can jump over it, can he?
Yeah, you could probably jump over it. But the question is, do you jump into the green thing? Because then I need a
Yeah.
dex saving throw from you, please.
Okay. Then let me do that with an advantage.
Yes, sir, Bob.
It's 15 on both.
Makes it.
Okay.
Should
So he
should-
makes it into the range of this thing, climbs on top of the rock, I guess. And he's gonna rage.
He's angry. Would you like to describe what it looks like to us?
I just played it for the stream. It's a lion roar.
Nice.
Ah,
Nice.
And he's gonna hit the toad twice.
Go for it.
Let's
did
go.
by the way, when Frank burned the tree in the toad, did it look like it just like hurt the normal amount, or does it look like they were doing worse because it was fire?
It just seems like it hurt the normal amount.
Okay.
Okay. So
It squealed. It didn't like it at all.
No, of course.
It was effective, just not super effective.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Okay, so 10 doesn't hit, right?
Sorry, Joey. It's not
on the
super
red
effective.
one.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so he'll miss the first strike, and then he'll hit the second
Okay. Roll your
for
damage, please.
11 damage.
Good to know. That's a hit. It definitely didn't like that.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. With Aslan done, that means it's you, Lula, and then John next.
All right. If I use my pistol, I can use my bonus action to reload and then fire again with my pistol, right?
It has the loading property, so I think we decided against that, didn't we?
Oh, against. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. All right.
I mean, Kyle, I kind of had it that you could use a bonus action to load, but I feel like we had this discussion and I lost, didn't I?
I don't remember, but just choose whatever now.
Yeah.
Talk about it later.
I think it still has the loading property. If you want to use your bonus action, sure. Fine, I'll give it to you. And because you have proficiency, and because I feel like shooting just one bullet a turn and then having to reload like with the whole extra round doesn't make as much sense. Anyway.
Thank you, DM. With that established, Lula is going to whip out her hammer pistol, and she's going to aim her pistol right at this green mofo right over here. She doesn't want to shoot Aslan. She rolls. I mean, she shoots, and that's a 23.
That's a hit.
And the damage is, oh baby, 9.
On the one next to that, like that boy.
The green one on the tree.
The same one that Frank shot, or the other one? The one that hasn't been hit.
The other one.
The one in the tree.
Okay, but okay. You shoot this thing out of the tree.
What?
Would you
Oh.
like to end this poor little creature's life?
Oh my god.
Okay.
She's a murderer.
Well, they attack first. Lula is gonna wait with that damn gun. Lula is gonna whip out her pistol, aim, one eye closed, and just fire and shoot it in the neck. Why not?
As this thing just drops out of the tree into the swampy water.
Hell yeah, that's one. Lula's going to reload quickly. Clack. And reload, and she's going to shoot this one on the rock over here. And she's rolling. She's going to shoot, actually, sorry. She's going to shoot. And, 18.
Nice. That's a hit, sure.
6 damage.
Just to double check on the other green one. You said that one, right? Yeah. How would you like to end this poor creature's life?
Holy hell! Okay, so after the reload, Lula is gonna shoot
things have
the
9
poor
health.
bugger in the heart, and she's gonna say, "I'll run out of bullets before you guys run out of you guys."
It was an attempt.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, that's it.
Good to know. John, you're up.
John would step forward and he would shout, "Saul, relax your body!" And then he tries and push him out of the goop with his telekinesis 5 feet forward.
Oh yeah, I'll let him do that.
So
He immediately moves. I can't, like, there's no counter check to that, is there?
No.
not really for Rod, no.
Yeah, because he's
Not-
like basically it's goop. He's like glued to the ground. So like I figured there would be some tension. Like maybe
Yeah,
you should
I'm
make
at-
a roll
Me?
to see if you have enough mind strength to pull him off of the goop.
Okay.
I mean, it has a DC, right?
Well, the DC is for like whoever I'm targeting, not really for
No.
me.
No, I mean, I would say you can roll it and with like your spell modifier and whatever, but it's like the green stuff has a DC, so you might as
Gotcha.
well roll against it, right?
Yeah.
That's usually not how it works, but like let's say a creature gets grappled or something, I don't really roll against their strength, technically speaking, or anything. It just happens. But I can roll.
I mean, I guess you're right.
He's trying to target my strength ability score. He's
No.
trying to get me. He thought he finally had me.
No.
I got a 14.
That
No,
makes
wait.
the DC. It,
All right.
and pulls Saul's feet off, and Saul is shoved 5 feet forward telekinetically.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah,
Thanks for
he
being
just
a bro, John.
he pops him loose, and I guess he would like skip to a halt, and then John would turn to the left, and he would outstretch his hands. Actually, no, I lie. He's gonna turn towards the chieftain, and no, I'm sorry, scratch that. He's gonna turn to the left, and he's gonna cast hypnotic pattern on the 3 toad creatures over on the left side there.
What's the DC?
It's a wisdom save, DC 15.
15?
Yes.
Fail. I think that's also a fail. Let me double check. 15 wisdom plus 0. Fail. 1 success.
All right.
So these
So
two are completely entranced by hypnotic pattern, and they seem to look into the sky. And
yeah,
would you
he
like
would
to describe it
outstretch
to
his
us?
hands, and he would outstretch his hands, and he would begin to speak in a weird alien tongue, and then all of a sudden, one of those flaming orbs of light just conjures out of thin air with a green fire, and it just swirls and spins fast, and then it just bursts into a shower of sparks. And then the creatures that were nearby that were looking at it, a couple of them just stop in a stupor, just like gazing at where the sphere was in
You
a
notice
trance.
You notice that 2 of these creatures, their jaws drop, like, and their eyes, which were shiny and black, almost creepy, seem to glaze over as they.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, no, I wasn't making a noise. They just trip
Oh,
out.
sorry. Gotcha.
Okay. Ew.
The last one looks at his friends and like starts shaking them.
Oh.
With John done, that means it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's then John goes prone.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
of
he
what's
hides
gonna
behind a
happen.
tree trunk. A fallen tree.
Good to know. With 2 of their allies in the south fallen, the one above Aslan seems very, very angry. And it draws its dagger and the roll strikes out at Aslan. 21, 30, yeah, 21. That hits for show.
Jeez.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, find my caltrop. So that does 2 damage, and so 2 piercing damage, which is of course halved to 1, and then 6
It was
poison
not very
damage.
effective.
6 poison damage, which is then halved to 3.
So 4 damage in total.
I need a Constitution saving throw from you still, though.
Okay.
13.
That just makes it mad. That's so close. God damn it. Okay. Wait, sorry. Let me just. Oh yeah. God damn it. Okay. With that being its action, the one that's not currently tripping out decides to take a shot at Saul, as well as the other 3 in the tree. So there's just a whole bunch of arrows raining down on the monk. He seems to be separated from the rest of the group.
Yeah.
1 hits.
Okay.
Just arrows like 4 plus 3, 7 damage.
Okay. I'm gonna catch that, and then I'm gonna throw it at our at the shaman who's about to cast a spell at me.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Does a 15 hit?
On the shaman,
Mhm.
a 15 does not hit.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna do focused aim. And
Okay,
I'm gonna spend 2 key points to bounce that up to a 19.
that hits.
How much damage does that do?
What do you mean?
I do however much damage that would have done to me.
Oh, so 7.
So 7? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Does that kill him?
You hit this grung creature in the eye. He looks at you. It somewhat interrupts the casting, but something is keeping this little thing going. Some undying hatred inside it. It's really not looking good, but he's still alive.
Okay.
With that done, the red one over here takes his action to so I need a DC. Oh wait. He moves forward. He moves forward, charging in the way of Saul and this other and this other grung, leaping on top, and this other frog creature leaping on top of the log, and then as he sits here, he goes, and I need a wisdom saving throw from you, please, Saul.
This isn't a problem. Everything's gonna be just fine. That went from a 19 to a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Yep.
Saul, you hear this sound, and it's so like intoxicating. You're stunned until the end of this creature's next turn. Oh, it's not nice when you get stunned, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Turns have tabled.
Oh, the turns have tabled. And then finally, this orange creature whips its staff around, raising it in the air, and then drops it, going, I got that again! And as it does this, spikes just from the ground behind John and Frank and Lula. And this whole area over here, it's 20 feet. Wait, let me just double check how this how the area works quickly. 20 feet radius. Okay, so it's a circle. This whole area over here has now been engulfed in spikes. Wait, sorry, that was wrong. This whole area here. has been engulfed in spikes. 20 feet. That's 20. It's a little bit more than 20 feet. That nearly. You guys get what I'm talking about. That whole area is not engulfed in spikes.
Oh, there. Okay.
He's
He
just
missed.
lucky. Yeah.
He missed us.
He's locking us in with him. He's dead.
Wait. Okay, yeah, no, sorry, my bad. I got that wrong. You guys are right. No wonder you're making fun of me. I was like, why are they making fun of me? It grows the thing in the middle of all three of you.
Okay, I was
Okay,
about to
there you
say,
go.
like, what the hell, man? Like, I don't mind you doing that. I don't mind it being
No.
there at all, but
Can we get a redo?
No, I was reading it wrong. You guys are right to make fun of me.
so these spikes, they're difficult terrain, or they just hurt.
They're pretty damn spiky.
Ow.
Yes, but
Same
for those
word
who
for
have to move in it, does it count as difficult terrain or not?
Indeed, it does.
Okay.
It does, yeah. Do we take damage? Do we have to roll anything?
Not at the moment. I need you to make a perception check though.
All of us?
Actually, no. He's not made it. He's made it obvious. These spikes just from the ground around you, and that's it.
Okay.
John would like roll as he's on the ground. He like rolls away from one of the spikes as it sprouts from the ground. Oh crap!
Yeah.
That's my turn. Saul,
I can't do jack shit.
you're stunned.
Saul. Stay
Can you
where
roll
you are,
against it?
Saul.
At the end.
Frank, you're up.
So
How's that next?
can I ask
Look at him.
how? Can I ask how far can I throw my cannon?
How far can you throw your cannon?
Yes,
You decided that it was small, not tiny, didn't you?
I didn't specify.
We had this discussion. You decided that it was small, not tiny.
I mean,
You're
I
a
can
small
decide that-
creature.
I can decide that every single time I summon it.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's fair, isn't it?
So I would say it's tiny.
You're a small creature. What's your strength modifier?
Oh, it's shit. It's my it's
You
my
don't
jump
that.
stat. It's a it's a -1. It's like
Not very far is the answer that you're looking for, homie.
oh, I get it.
Why?
20 feet.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
20 feet max.
20 feet max. That's more than enough. That's more than enough for what I'm trying to do.
Do it.
All right. So because this is difficult terrain, let's see. So I would have. So for Frank, because he has 25, what did we decide on how much movement he has?
So
15 or
difficult
20?
terrain. So for every one block that you move, that would cost you 5. It just costs you 10. So it
Yeah,
would just
yeah.
cost you an extra 5 feet of movement to get out of the spell's radius right now.
Okay, so I'd just have I'd have 15 feet instead of 20. No, not 15. I'd
Just
have
move, man. It
You
takes
have
10
20.
movement to move one square from within the circle.
Yeah.
Just do what you want to do, man. Come on.
Okay,
Make it happen.
so I wanna get over here and my cannon, like pick it up and throwing it. How far is 20 feet from here?
Okay, so to move through all of those blocks, it would basically cost you 10 feet, 10 feet. You can get just to this one
1 4?
here. Yeah, like this one here.
Hold on, so, oh Jesus.
And
So
that's
here.
going to be 8 plus 5. 13 points of piercing damage as you step
That
on
is
these
some
spikes.
real tough terrain. Jesus.
So he's just
13?
he's like that guy in Saw, right? Going through the barbed wire.
Yeah, literally. As these spikes pierce your flesh and scratch on you. And 13
13 you said, right?
Yes, sir.
13. So I'm going to throw my cannon over there and then have it move one more, and then blast the one guy that's next to the Aslan without blasting Aslan, and maybe also this green thing that's in front of him.
Okay, yeah, you can try that.
Da-da-da.
Saving throw is
Dex
dexterity
14.
14. I rolled a 14, sorry.
All right. So because I rolled a 9, so four fire damage.
4.
Does it do anything to this green thing in between?
It seems to sizzle and the part in the middle breaks away.
Okay, cool. That's Frank's turn.
So only the part that like the fire directly touched was melted away. But that part there is not clear. There isn't a dark green, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Frank's turn then, because he used his action to throw the cannon.
Okay, good to know.
Aslan.
Aslan will he's gonna strike from the right with the battle axe. The 16 hit.
On the red one, yes sir.
Okay, he does 12 damage. Is it alive?
It's still alive.
He's gonna spin around and hit it with the left battle axe.
Hit him again. No.
He's gonna miss and swing the battle axe over the frog. And as he does this, he's gonna stop halfway in his tracks and he's gonna swing it one more time with his right battle axe. Once more.
Nice.
For 6 damage.
This creature is looking messed up and bleeding and bloodied. It at you.
That's it.
Okay. Lula, you're up.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be okay. So Lula is okay. Can I walk up to John and pick him up without using an action?
No, that's John's not a free object interaction, so no.
Okay, fair enough. So gonna see the action, then the fuck it. Lula is going to trek through all this spiky terrain and use her action to help John at least onto his feet. Actually, no. Lula is going to lift John onto her shoulders.
So as she approaches, John will look up and say, "I'm fine. Help the others."
Ow. Okay, sure.
Lula, you take. I rolled a 4 again. 6 points of piercing damage from stepping from one into the other.
Okay. Lula's going to respond to John saying, "Ow, ow. Okay, you got it, son of a bitch. Ow." And okay. Well, since I don't need to worry about helping out John, Lula's gonna take a pot shot at Red Boy right over here. That's second Aslan.
Okay.
I think you'd have some problems with line of sight, wouldn't you? I don't know where you.
He's on
I
top
might.
of the hill and on top of the rock, and
Oh.
Aslan is below, so he's not necessarily blocked.
Okay.
Even still, Lula will take the shot.
Lula learned nothing about gun safety from Soul.
Yeah, if you noticed.
It's almost as if not talking is a terrible way of communicating your ideas.
Roll a 21 and 6 damage.
6 damage? Oh man, you guys keep doing such low damage, and this creature's like, "Ah!" and it's not taking a bullet to the side.
Oh, you want some more? I got another one for you. Bonus action to reload and shoot again.
Yeah, when it works that way, it's really effective, huh?
Just die.
Yeah.
And she misses.
No.
John, what are you doing?
D&D
Unless
Beyond
Lula has
purpose.
anything else to do.
Wait, how much movement do I have since it's difficult terrain? Like 5 feet? 10 feet?
You've moved 10 feet of your movement so far. So that's 20 feet left.
Okay. Well, since John is gonna stay there, Lula's gonna fucking try to get out of the zone. It's over here.
Okay, you can get out. Moving through the other block, you take another 4 points of piercing damage.
Wait,
Gosh.
who cast the spiky ground thing?
Orange one.
Son of
There's
a
two
shit.
orange ones, right?
The one you
No, there's
saw.
2 red ones, and then there's 1 orange one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Oh.
the orange one is this guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's it. Ah, okay.
So John, he's gonna get up and he's gonna shoot a beam at the red one on the left. This one right here.
Yeah. The one
Okay.
in front of Saul.
And he hits it with a 23 for 7 force damage.
Is that just the first one?
Yeah, does he have to roll concentration for the stun on Saul or no?
The effect on Saul doesn't seem to be magical.
In that case, he's gonna
Oh,
turn and shoot.
I thought you were asking about the spikes. The effect on Saul is the red one. The red
No,
one is the effect on.
Yeah, that's the one that John
That's the one he's
attacked.
targeting.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah. Just sorry.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can. Okay, yeah. That's the one that had the effect on Saul. But the effect doesn't seem to be magical.
Okay. In that case, he's gonna turn his head and redirect the beam towards the red one on the right that's bloodied.
Okay. Just like across the entire battlefield.
Yeah. I mean, all he's
The
gotta
dra-
do is look at him, right? So he's looking
Yeah,
over there now.
the 3 in the tree, you know, like one jumps, one ducks. Yeah, one this beam just strips across the tree.
That's a natural one.
Let me just
And just like
natural orange we've got.
like this thing just like zooms across like burning part of the tree, like cutting leaves in the forest and off into the
Yeah,
nothingness.
he very haphazardly like turns his head, nearly striking Aslan.
Mm-hmm.
And
Aslan and
then
Frank
he
just
sees
see this
the
beam
event-
like over their heads.
You could
Yeah.
you could just hear Frank go, "Who needs to be careful
and
for
Lula.
themselves now?"
And Lula.
And-
Aslan, Frank, and Lula, just like this green beam just over their heads.
And the beam stops blasting, and John blinks his eyes, and he realizes that the creature's still standing, and it's about to do something else, and then he very quickly goes and just says "Irota!" like really fast, I suppose. And he meta magics a quicken spell. I'll just blast at it.
Nice.
So first strike. Ooh, he gets another 23, and he hits it for 6 force damage. Is it still
Oh,
alive?
thank God. No, please describe the end.
Oh, okay.
But if you rolled badly, I would have been so sad.
Yeah. So now that he's not actively shooting beams and he gets to try again, after blinking his eyes, he just looks at it and just shoots it center mass, punching a hole through its chest as it tumbles backwards off the rock. And then he's gonna haphazardly once again turn his head again towards the orange critter and try and hit that with the second part of his beam.
Again, green beams over everyone's heads.
Yeah.
The ground once again in the tree, jump up, and the ones ducked into and duck down, you know.
It's just a freaking laser fest up in this swamp right now.
Looks like a technical.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes, sirree.
So sweet. So he hits the orange one for 12 force damage and hopefully has to roll a concentration check.
Oh man,
kills
that's so close. Oh, it hurts. This creature is looking messed up.
Nice.
And it has to roll a concentration check. Which it fails.
Hey.
So Saul can actually do something now.
No, this creature had
Oh, no,
nothing to
this
do with
is
Saul,
the
guys.
thing.
The
Right,
spikes are all
Yeah.
around John, just suddenly to the ground. Falling limp.
Woo!
Yeah. And John's gonna lay down on the ground and go prone. And then
he like makes sure he like pushes the spikes aside, making sure they're flat, and then just lays down on top of them again.
It's like, oh, the floor is safe again. You.
Zoink.
Yoink.
And
Alright.
that's my turn. Swiftshoe, seemingly taking the same strategy as John before, now seeing that the spikes are gone behind him, decides to somewhat make a dash for it, diving into the bushes right behind John, going, Fuck, get out of here!
Howard.
cover.
With this one now melted and like blasted off the back of the rock, these 3 take a shot.
Aye.
At, actually, these 2 take a shot at Aslan. +5. What's your AC? 16 and 20 plus.
It's 16.
16, so both of them hit. 6, 2, so 5 piercing damage and 11 piercing damage, which you can half to 2 and 5.
Okay.
And then
Go out those odd rolls on damage, huh?
gotta love them, right?
I
I
was
need a
gonna
Constitution
say-
saving throw from you, please.
Okay. I was gonna say good thing I didn't reckless attack, but they just hit me anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, that was like the first time yeah, anyway.
Yeah,
It's a 25. I think that passes.
25, that passes, yes, you're good.
I certainly hope so. Jesus.
Okay. With that, the red grung in front of Saul, noticing that he's still stunned, charges forward at him, and with its small little dagger, just viciously. Since you're stunned, I have advantage, don't I?
Sure do.
God damn it.
So that's 15 plus 5, 20, dirty 20 hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would hit. And it does
45 damage. No.
6 piercing damage and 5 poison damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
$12.
That's the DC. Lucky you.
Oh, fuck.
Woo!
Yeah, so lucky the
Just
guy
want
that's
someone- Oh.
so lucky the guy that's stunned and has been targeted the entire time. So
Doesn't
lucky.
affect by poisoned, yeah. God damn it. And then finally, the shaman seems to his hands over his head, and he decides to do some sort of healing magic on himself, as you notice his body go and be somewhat reinvigorated.
That was too many dice. I did not like the sound of that.
It was 1 dice that just hit my other dice.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that sounded bad, and I totally know what you're talking about. He heals himself for that much health, and I think that's my turn.
The DM, he heals himself. Brrrt. Oh, no.
Oh, no. That's my turn.
All right,
Meaning
Saul.
that Saul, once again, finally,
Not that bad.
your muscles seem to, and you're able to move again. Whatever this strange thing that took over your mind, this thing that seemed to be so enchanting before, not just swung a dagger at you, so you feel slightly different about it.
I'm going to
You're
shoot
over it.
the shaman that just healed himself
Okay.
and do minimal damage for 6 damage.
Jesus, this man rolled 2 1s. Oof.
Okay,
Woof.
I rolled a 19 on the second attack against the guy who just healed himself.
Yep, that's a hit.
And that time I did 13 damage.
13. Nice.
Please describe how you end this poor creature's life.
I think I shoot him in the gut and he like keels over and looks up, and then the next bullet just goes between his 2 soulless little eyes.
This
And-
man is still in the middle of healing himself with his magic, and Saul just goes, "No, you don't!" Bang.
Yeah, and you see this magical,
Double tap.
nature energy from as the leaves seem to turn around him, and it seems as the very life force from the earth around him is pulled into his body, and his being seems to be reinvigorated. Just gut shot him, and he's like, and the creature falls face first into the mud.
Right, and then Paul is going to turn his attention on the guy in front of him that gave him so much trouble, just trying to do this one little thing. And he is going to do an unarmed strike.
Okay.
That
Can
is
you
a
roll your
22.
hit? Yes, sir, Bob. That don't do me hit it.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
here we
5 points of damage.
Good hit.
And I'm going to make that a stunning strike.
Revenge, motherfucker!
How does it feel?
It's a DC 14.
Okay, that's definitely a hit.
So the stunning strike took effect.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's my turn, guy.
Your boy is stunned.
All right, good.
Boy,
He's in awe and surprised.
Yeah, I think it's just like a throat punch or something. He's just wheezing in place right now.
Okay.
It all looks murderous. He's furious right now.
Aslan, you're up.
No.
Aslan
I
is
imagine you also
gonna-
look pretty furious.
Uh,
But he
no.
doesn't
Yeah.
like his own medicine.
No.
You're skipping Frank, DM.
Oh yeah,
am I?
there's
My
Frank
bad.
still.
Oh yeah, forgot about the little guy.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Oh, sorry, Frank. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, I almost didn't see you there.
Oh,
Frank,
I'm
Frank, you're
sorry,
up then,
man. I
Aslan.
almost didn't see you there. Frank is going to move his cannon up until here and try to hit. I think he can only hit 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll hit the right 2, like these 2, with his cannon.
A flamethrower.
Flamethrower, yeah. And then Frank himself is going to move slightly to this side. Did you make the save, Dex 14, for the 2 of them?
So one failed, one passed.
So the one that fails takes 10, the other one takes 5.
The one that fails just like to describe how you end him.
So the cannon just kind of like walks over towards it and just starts blasting flames all over the tree, and this frog-like creature just gets fucking charred all the way and just falls on the floor in a pile of ash.
The other one
Nice.
also gets a little bit crispy. He doesn't look good.
Tiny little engine of death.
Yep. Frank is going to shoot the guy that Saul just stunned, with a firebolt.
Okay.
Meaning he gets.
Here you get advantage on that.
Yes, I know. That's why I targeted him.
Just making sure. Trying to help you out, buddy.
Oh my god! I still rolled shit as hell. I'm assuming 11 misses.
11 does indeed miss.
Yeah. Well then, Frank misses. And that's Frank's turn.
Unfortunate. Aslan, you're up.
Aslan is gonna dash through the charred remains of the goo towards
Good
the
to know.
creatures being burnt.
We have a boy.
And he's gonna front flip over the cannon and land in front of the middle toad that's just been burned once.
Like a
Nice.
boss.
And as he lands, he's gonna land on his front flip while swinging, using the momentum to swing to reckless attack into the toad.
Okay.
For 7 damage.
Please describe how you end this poor little creature's life.
Using the momentum, he's gonna swing vertically down. So I think his axe will kind of go halfway through the toad's body. So not enough to like completely split him in half, but it just stops halfway. So his head just kind of splits to the sides, falls a little bit to the side.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, gotcha. Nasty
Hey,
man.
hey.
Green viscous frog blood just from the wound. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, sure.
Oh shit.
That's 10.
Diego, you are poisoned. for the next minute. You can repeat the saving throw on every one of your next turns. You cannot walk. The only way you can move is either by climbing or jumping.
Oh shit.
As you try and move forwards or left and right, your body will instinctively just hop in place.
What that? Would Saul have clocked that's the thing that happens when they die near you?
So I actually need a Constitution saving throw from you for punching it. My bad.
Oh, just from punching it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe the pheromones got released. They die. All right.
I guess you can change the middle
game
one as
mode.
well.
12 makes it again, yeah.
Sweet.
Can Aslan jump 10 feet to the side?
You can. It's a standing jump, so it's up. You like leap. You go boing, boing.
It's
You
like
can
a
go
cat.
wherever you want to. Yeah, it's like a frog. You jump like a frog.
Okay, so he's gonna jump twice, I guess. Boing! He's gonna hop twice into the other toad that's still alive, making his last 10 feet of movement for 45, and he's gonna continue his reckless attack.
Please make your attacks then.
So that's 11 damage on the one hit.
Dead.
Nice.
And he's gonna.
Boing, boing.
He's just gonna hop there, chop him, and then he's gonna look at the one that Saul is fighting and throw a javelin at him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It misses.
Did you do advantage?
Oh yeah, sorry. No wait.
Advantage,
Reckless attack is only on melee attacks.
Yeah.
No, but
he's
not.
stunned, so
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that. So
That's
14 hits.
That hits.
Okay,
Woo!
nice. That's 10 damage then.
Good hit. As the javelin just through the creature's side, and then a second later, just blood pouring from the wound.
And he'll do the thing where the javelin pops back into his hand.
Thor style, gotcha. Cool.
That's it.
Meaning, Lula, you're up.
Isn't that useful?
Very.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Lula's going to use all of her 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. This is 25. If I step in here for
Okay.
30, I'm stuck, right?
Yes, you need to make me a dex saving throw.
But can Lula jump over this?
Jumping takes your movement, doesn't it? Actually, no, long jump. No, yeah, you probably
Yeah,
could
long jump.
if
long
you
jump.
noticed it.
Yeah. Okay. If I notice it, will I notice it?
Yep.
What are you trying to say, Yessa?
Wouldn't it still be part of your, like because it's 30, you would be right in it. You'd have, for him to jump over.
Yeah,
it'd be-
you couldn't jump over it. It takes part of your movement to long jump.
No, it doesn't take part of your movement. It's just that it's just like as you don't have more movement afterwards, so it's still 30 feet.
Yeah.
So with his full
But-
movement, he could jump, but he would land like the furthest he can go would be landing right into it.
Oh no. With long jump, I can cover a number of feet up to my strength score if I move at least if I move at least 10 feet on foot immediately after the jump. So
Immediately before the jump.
immediately
Okay.
before the jump.
Kaya, if I'm not mistaken, like the jump still takes your movement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would land like
Yeah.
Yessa says in the stuff.
Yeah.
You could only jump
Like-
5 feet.
Like if your
Had that.
regular movement would make it far enough to be past it, then you could have done that to jump
Yeah.
over it. But your regular movement doesn't get past it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
The
I'm
long jump
stuck.
thing is more about distance.
More
Yeah,
about
you can
distance.
jump.
Okay. Because what I wanted to do was to I wanted Lula to just before she reaches the goo thing, jump over it, and if the long jump is strong enough, I read the instructions wrong. I wanted to use Lula as a ranged attack to land on this guy over here.
Do you want to do it as part of your attack?
Yes, like I want to use Lula as the attack. So at least
Rule of cool, as part of your attack, make your
Yeah.
make your acrobatics thing to just violently just charge and then leap through to like superhero punch it.
yeah.
Launch yourself at it.
Literally
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
launch yourself at it as part of your attack. I'll let you do that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Let's see how this goes.
Hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I'd let that
Athletics.
happen too. Yeah,
If
absolutely.
you fail, you fall into the stuff, and it's an immediate fail.
Oh hell yeah.
You are you are stuck. You are stuck.
100%. I'll take it. Athletics, you said.
Yeah. Athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you prefer.
Athletics.
Come
Oh
on.
come on.
No, 14. That's not bad.
14.
14?
Yeah.
I said the DC was 13.
Fuck yeah.
So roll your attack.
Awesome. Okay, Superman punch. It's gonna be one hand. Yeah, it's gonna be one hand.
I was assuming.
Um,
it would- yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Oh for roll the 2.
Oh
Oh
well.
my God.
Isn't he stunned?
Gygax
He is
hates
stunned.
us.
He
Yeah, he
is
does.
stunned.
You have advantage. You have
You
advantage.
have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh come on. Well, that's not much better. 16. No, that's
16. That's
That's
funny.
it.
Please describe what it looks like.
Okay. Ready? Okay. So Luna,
We're
where
ready.
she's gonna start screaming. She's just gonna start yelling ah! Up until she's here, and she's gonna say to Soul, move, and she's gonna jump, regardless of if he moved or not. And
Yeah, he's
right
gonna
before
duck.
she sorry.
He ducks.
Okay, sweet. And right before Lula reaches the stunned frog man, she's gonna deliver a righteous right knuckle sandwich right up against this motherfucker's face.
She just jumps over a Saul, and because the guy's obviously prone because he's stunned, she just gives him the people's elbow.
Oh,
He's not prone. He's just standing there, and just standing there. You know, like when you take a punch, you can usually like move with the punch to take a little bit less. He's just stunned, and your fist just crunches into his face. How much damage was that?
8, if I'm not mistaken.
8. That's a big
Soft,
hit.
squishy toad face.
Into the and just sinks into the soft, squishy toad face. Can I have a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh hell yeah!
Ah,
Oh
See if
hell
he's
yeah!
flat-
as
see if
poison
he's
squirts
flat
into
on
your
the
eyes.
floor.
Oh, she's fine.
23.
That saves.
Fucking takes a
That
shot at
end
me.
of my turn. Wait,
Sean.
that's my action, right?
Yes. Yeah. Action and movement.
Yep.
All right, so that's the first attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, since I couldn't do it in the air, people's elbow.
Okay.
Did
Hey,
you roll
this thing is
con
not
again?
dead.
16.
That hits.
6 damage.
Please roll a Constitution saving throw.
Ah.
9.
Lula, you are poisoned for the next minute.
Yeah.
Do you have any food on you?
Do I have any food on you besides rations? No.
I mean, including rations. Are you carrying any food on your persons right now?
Rations is food.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
I
and
am. Yes,
some-
I am.
And some of the food
You
from
have
the
an
last couple sessions.
insatiable hunger, and you immediately start eating your food.
No!
No,
mean-
maybe
I mean,
that's
Starvation grips you as if a black hole is in your stomach, and you start
can
eating
start eating-
everything you have. And if you run out of rations on you, your brain knows that there's food on Soul as well.
I mean, we got some rations from the guy, like as parting
We're gonna
gifts not too
die.
long ago.
No,
So
don't
he's
tell
probably
Lula
gonna-
about them.
Oh,
No, I'm just
oh.
saying that so
Rations
she has
where?
more than she can eat from her own stash, you know.
I'm so hungry. Holy shit. So hungry.
You guys will see Lula furiously smashing food down her face. And that's Lula's turn. John, what are you up to?
The 3 critters that he had casted hypnotic pattern on, are they still fighting or did they run away? They still there? Trying to shoot
They,
us?
They don't. They get to save every turn, right?
No.
No.
But you
Then
said
they're-
one of them awoke like what was it?
One
Two of them
wasn't stunned yet.
passed. One of
Two
them.
of them. Two.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
two
Two of them are just
failed,
like
one of them
looking into
passed,
the air.
and then one of them awoke the other. So there's like 2 awake at least, right? And then there's one in.
Yeah.
stupor
One
still.
one of them shook the other one away, which is what he did with his turn. But the last time they spent their time aiming at Saul and not and missed.
They're still shooting them.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, he's gonna beam them. He's gonna shoot the one closest to the south.
Okay.
So first attack, he hits with a 23 for 10 force damage.
Ooh.
What can I
Second
say
attack.
except he's dead?
Yeah. So second attack is a crit. So I'm just gonna say he just streaks a beam across 2 of them, cutting them both in half as their bodies tumble into the water below, or into the grass onto the grass below.
Splat, splat, sploosh. Splat, splat, sploosh. As bodies crumble, as body parts fall to the ground.
And that's his turn.
Good to know. With that, the last
Wave 2.
one that was hypnotically like thing is just like, ooh. This guy's stunned until the end of your turn, so he's good now, right? He's stunned until the end of your next turn, right?
That's right.
So he's good now. He notices his body move again, and he looks at you guys, and he takes the disengage action and steps back.
Wait.
Wait, no, he got stunned this turn.
He's stunned until the end of my next turn.
Yeah,
But didn't you stun him like a turn ago?
No.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Is that I'm guaranteed a slew of attacks with advantage on him before that goes away.
So you haven't had a turn yet. Okay.
No. So
No,
it was
my
Saul
bad,
at the
my
top
bad,
of the
my bad.
round, and then he stunned
bad.
him, and then we've had everybody else. You're at the bottom. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's just
My
been
bad.
really
Then he's standing there, and Mr. Swiftshoe looks around and goes, "Fuck." And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay.
All right.
So Saul is going to, realizing that he shouldn't be touching these guys, he's going to sling his rifle back over his back and quick draw his pistol and do a Kinsei shot on the guy in front of him for 22 to hit.
That hits the shovel.
And did 8 points of damage.
He is on his last legs.
All right, he's going to take a second shot. And he's going to use his last key point to bump that up to a 14. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
$11 points of damage.
Please describe how you end this poor creature's life while it stands
Yeah,
stunned in front of you, unable to move, you bully.
Yeah, he's just gripping his throat, wheezing, trying to get his stuff back together, and Saul just double taps him in the head with his gun.
Executioner style.
All right.
And the poor frog folk falls.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
He fought valiantly.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my movement to try to get some cover. Looks like there's a lot of foliage around here. Could I get some cover? Maybe, or
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'll just fall prone. That's what I'll do.
Oh yeah, for sure. With this, the swamp seems eerily still. Combat is over.
Oh,
There
okay. I
seems
didn't
to be
realize.
nothing else around you. And if there was anything else around you, it's been smart and gotten the fuck out of Dodge.
I mean, there's still one that's tripping to the left.
It's standing there.
I think you kind of messed up with which one it is, but that's okay.
It's
That wasn't me. That was someone else turning them around. So the one at the bottom is supposed to be the one that's dripping, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I just made the new one new colors. It's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I
okay.
can just do this. I'll just do this. Bam. Fixed.
Hey.
Okay.
Someone else turn them around on me.
Is there a village nearby? Can I hear their women and children?
Oh my god. Frank will point his gun at the one that's still tripping and kind of ask the party, and be like, "Do we kill this guy? Should I shoot him as well? He seems to not know. He seems to not know what the fuck he's doing."
A monster, of course.
All right, Frank will take a shot.
Aslan and Lulu, you can repeat your saving throws.
Thank God.
Frank, you take a shot.
Yep.
And
He fails.
as you guys stand, you can only jump and climb. Your ability to walk, every time you try and walk forward, you just hop, like boing.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay, that's 12 plus 14 fire damage.
Would you like to describe how he dies?
So Frank just after getting the answer from John is like, okay. So he just shoots him. A firebolt flies across across the map, and it just hits him in the face, and he just burns and falls out of the tree onto the floor.
Hell yeah.
Saul is
As
gonna.
a party,
Okay.
Saul is gonna.
He's gonna get a big piece of jerky and hand it to Lula so it distracts her.
What a perfect moment for my Discord to give out, guys.
As the party stands there, Mr. Swiftshoe goes, Come, we move quick, more, move. And he tries to get you guys moving.
Come on. I think we
No,
should go,
okay.
guys. I doubt they have
Aslan
anything we want.
will hop towards them.
Wait,
You guys notice Aslan hopping like a bunny or like a tree frog.
wait,
Aslan,
is Luna still
Are you okay?
hungry?
I don't think so. I feel weird.
Like- Something crawl up your backside or something?
He'll notice that he's completely covered in, not completely, but like from his upper torso up to the top of his head, he's covered in grunk blood.
Frank will use prestidigitation to clean it off and say, "Man, you really do get in the thick of things, don't you?" As he just
You can remake your saving throw. Luna,
Yes?
you can remake
Okay.
your saving throw.
Oh, thank you.
He passes.
How big are these?
You're no
things?
longer poisoned. They get up to about your waist.
Okay.
Shit's
I would
going
like for
nice.
Saul
Maybe a
to-
little bit bigger.
Okay.
So is Lula
Sorry.
also covered in this blood?
Lula's not covered in it, no. Aslan got it like
Oh.
splashed on him, whereas Lula just sort of like hugged the guy a little bit too much.
I
Yeah.
see.
I like to very carefully,
Mm-hmm.
with gloves on, scoop up the orange guy, the shaman, and throw him in a bag, like a burlap sack.
Okay, you have gloves. I'm gonna need a sleight of hand check to see if you can handle him without getting any of it on yourself.
Sure. 23.
Lula,
You
are
can
you
handle it.
good?
Right. I'm just gonna add orange
No.
frogman to my inventory.
is
The
everyone
orange
acting
sprung man body.
Why is everyone acting so strange? You guys find it mushrooms?
Frank is
tell
gonna
me?
stop Luna from eating all of her food.
We go. Come, not safe, we go.
Okay.
Can
Come
I
on,
roll?
Luna,
guys,
let's go.
Let's move.
Yes,
I keep on rolling bad.
I guess.
Lula, you can keep making the saving throw until you make it. But you go through.
Stacked, Lula, but just walk.
For every saving throw you failed, can you please roll me a d4?
Oh my god.
I've failed so many. Holy shit.
I think Lula's already out of food at this point.
Then Sol has also handed her like a big stick of jerky. And then if she fails again, she will start actively stealing the food off of Sol's person in her vicious attempts to satiate her hunger.
Okay, I failed 3 times. So D4 3
Three.
times.
Yes,
3
sir.
D4s. Oh god. Watch this be the high rolling moment.
Right.
I know.
Seven.
Okay, no, it's okay.
You please can minus 7 rations from your from your own inventory, and if you exceed that, you can start minusing them from Sol's inventory. Sol, for the 1 stick of jerky, you can minus 1 ration.
Okay.
You guys have now lost that many days worth of rations in Lula's.
See,
And Lula, worse than that, every time you failed a saving throw, you threw it all up. So you don't even feel good for eating all the food.
Oh my god.
fuck! Holy shit! Okay.
My God,
I don't want to.
I never knew you were a Roman aristocrat. What?
Lula, you look perfect the way you are. There's no need for bulimia, okay?
Oh my god.
Absolute perfect.
I was trying to avoid that word.
Yeah, we just triggered half our
Well, yeah.
You're grossly overestimating our audience.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
I keep on saying.
Oh
Please
my
minus a D4 of rations for every time you fail.
What is the DC?
Wait. You failed 2 more times?
What is the DC?
12, man.
Oh my god, he
Oh.
rolled a 10 and 11. Oh my god.
As you guys are trailing, Lula is going from person to person, just ravenously eating the rations. There's no one gonna stop her.
Frank has already stopped her before when we were trying to when she was still fully eating. Frank tried to stop her.
No, so Frank has protected his own inventory. No rations need to be minus from yours. Everybody else who hasn't protected their inventory, Lula is actively taking the rations from your inventory now, guys.
Frank will try and stop Lula from eating anybody's rations. And be like, Lula, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, John
Son!
doesn't want to share his snacks.
Yeah, Sol isn't
No,
Hiding
Lula,
it.
I'm saving these for later. Stop, please. Somebody
Sol,
help.
Sol isn't really
Lula, come on!
fighting it. He's giving her like one little piece at a time, and then so she. He doesn't have.
Frank will like start to push Lula and the rest of the guys to like follow Swift Shoe. So we can please keep moving while Lula does her bulimic stuff.
Okay, there we go.
We leave a trail of breadcrumbs for Lula.
Eventually, Lula feels better, and before evening time, the party arrives at a clearing. And as the trees of the swamp seem to open up, there's what looks like a pond or maybe a dam. It's still, and in the center of this still, a huge area of water, there seems to be a small island, and the island is surrounded entirely by a palisade, a fence of the swamp wood. And as you guys arrive at the side, you notice that Mr. Swiftshoe hails someone over in a small gondolier, basically made of a dugout canoe, paddled himself across, and stopping about 15 feet over, shouts at you, "Ain't that what that dude don't come around here?" And
What?
Mr. Swiftshoe shouts out in Beastfolk Common, and Saul understands him to say, "We are friends. We need shelter for the night. Things haven't gone well. Please help." And the guy, recognizing this, paddles forward and lets you all onto the gondola, from which he escorts you into town. In Beastfolk Common, the hedgehog man, Mr. Swiftshoe, explains to this other figure, who seems to be a tortoise or a turtle man. It's very strange. He has a shell and green leathery skin. And just to describe it to you guys properly, these are snapping turtle people.
Ugh.
So they have that thick leathery skin, harsh beaks, and they seem slimy. And as you guys make it in,
Beast folk. Not the prettiest, are they?
You know, I can understand what you want to say now.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just city slang.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. Damn city folk.
Aslan will try to poke the shell.
It's hard, kind of slimy.
Cool.
You guys make it to the other side, and as you do, he steps off and basically puts a hand out and makes the same gesture. And Mr. Swiftshoe leads you to a large wooden structure in the middle of this tented area, where you guys go in. And in the middle, you see another one of these snapping turtle folk sitting, legs crossed, hands palms up, one in front of the other, staring. And as you enter, he opens his eyes. Says, "Well, I've been waiting for you."
Who are you? Waiting for us? You know us?
Goddamn right I do. I've been hearing from you for a couple days now.
From whom?
Don't worry, all gonna be explained in time, but I'm gonna heard your phone coming. Now, y'all all don't look so good. Y'all need some rest?
Yes.
Yeah, and a bath.
You
And
gonna come out by
food.
my fire tonight. Tonight we gonna eat crawdad. You ever had crawdad?
Carl, what?
Who's dad?
Crawdad. You ain't ever eaten crawdad?
I am. Oh god.
They're cannibals. We're okay,
Oh,
thank you.
nods enthusiastically and steps in, rubbing his hands together.
Can I do a history check to see if Frank knows what that is?
You can roll history. History, you're like, what the fuck is that? As you guys settle in, he will welcome you to a feast. You will sit down. In front of you, these trays, which seem to be made out of huge swamp leaves, are brought, inside which are freshwater shrimp. All of them about that big. And as you guys start to slowly pull the heads and the shells off, you notice that these snapping turtle folk are like eating them incredibly quickly, and their plates are disappearing fast.
They were talking of shellfish. Why didn't he just say so? Kept talking about
Yeah,
Craw's dad. What?
We've had these in Baygate. Look, these are delicious. As Frank is like just happily
they're
eating
shellfish.
them.
Yeah, but y'all out there by the sea, you got them by the ocean crawdad. They've been too salty. You gotta have these freshwater crawdad. The freshwater crawdad are too good for you. Spicy and peppery.
Right. So listen, how did you know we were coming? What's up with that? Do you know who we are?
Don't worry,
Who
y'all
told
gonna
you?
be in time. Well, and then he looks at John. He did. And with that, I'm gonna end the session. Because I feel like that's a dramatic coincidence, right?
Dude.
Very nice.
Well,
Hell yeah.
thank you all so much for joining us. Hopefully, being on Twitch has worked out. I saw the chat has been absolutely wild. Thank you, Joey. We personally appreciate your input.
Oh yeah.
To everybody else, please go and the video will go live to YouTube. We'll go into YouTube. Subscribe there as well. We have like website, all the social media, do all of that as well. We'll be live every single Thursday. Please come join us. We appreciate your support so much. Thank you all so much, and can't wait to see you next week as we return to the adventure. Dun dun dun.